My relationship started succeeding when I remembered that I am source. It's kind of crazy because I was wearing a mask. I was wearing the mask of the character. I was people pleasing. I was showing up in a way that would make her feel good and trying to make her happy. And that's what we tend to do, whether you're a woman or a man, and you're in a relationship or whatever. You we can tend to people please and try and fix and try and make the relationship work. And one of the challenges we have is that we people please. We wear a mask. We show up as happy. We don't want to ruffle any feathers. We don't want to make people feel bad. We don't want to share our genuine emotions because that might make them feel bad, right? We don't know how to communicate our feelings and our emotions. We don't know how to show up as our best selves in the relationship because maybe make you feel a little bit limited or like you can't be that side of you with them, right? I even had this problem with YouTube where I wasn't able to fully show up as the older me. When I say the older, I mean the younger me. The me that is the character that is more like rough around the edges, a little bit ghetto, a little bit of slang here and there, whatever, right? And so I was unable to do that. I just felt like I couldn't do it, and because again, I am people pleasing, or there was a part of me people pleasing. And just notice that I'm saying all of this stuff, being aware of the character. And sorry about the noise in the background. They play volleyball over here in the back, and they make a lot of noise. I don't know why they scream like that, but yeah, I you become someone that is performing in the relationship to try and keep it and maintain it, to try and make the other person happy, right? And we are afraid to show our true colors. We have a narrative that goes on in the brain, stuff that we want to say, but we don't say it because you know you feel like they're not going to listen to you, or it's going to start an argument. And again, like I said, it's going to ruffle some feathers, right? So can be kind of like limiting, right? Kind of limiting in your relationship. And so here's what I did, right? I realized, oh snap, that is the character once again showing up, right? That is the character, the old character, right? That is my narrative, that is my story, that is my ego, that is my mind, that is um, the thoughts, the feelings, right? So once I realized it as the character, I was like, I'm dropping it. I'm dropping the character. I'm dropping the mask, right? Completely. Just drop it. Presence. Step into source. Be source now, right? How did I do that? Just remove all language. Remove language from the narratives and stories that you're telling yourself, right? That she might think this way or he might think that way or whatever it is. And this is the outcome. And all of that is a story that you're telling yourself. Right? And even if it does happen and they do have a reaction, right? Then what is the story you're telling yourself when they have that particular reaction? Do you know what I mean? Right? And so we are so afraid of feeling emotion. We're so afraid of feeling feelings, right? We're not afraid of someone reacting to us, right? That's not what we're actually afraid of. We're afraid of how someone reacting to us feels, right? Mad thing, innit? Like, we don't realize, but actually, that is the truth. We are only afraid of feelings, okay? When we're born, I tell you what we're afraid of when we're born, right? When we're born, we're afraid of falling and loud sounds. Those are the only two things we're afraid of. Right? Then we learn to be afraid of physical pain, right? And then we learn to be afraid of emotions, emotions and feelings and sensations in the body, right? That's a wrong feeling to have. That's a bad feeling to have. I shouldn't be feeling this way, right? And so now the mind and the programming and the character is afraid of feeling feelings. And that's why I always say in my videos, you want to build a relationship with negative feelings. You want to build a relationship with your shadow, your dark side. You have a dark side. You have a negative internal dialogue, and it speaks inside of your mind, but you don't say it out loud. Other people do, but maybe not you, depending on your personality, right? Depending on your character, right? But you get my gist, right? So it's just hidden there, buried, like, but it wants to be expressed. Maybe not in the way that you're thinking, right? Maybe your brain is over exaggerating a little bit. The character's over exaggerating how someone's going to react, or I'm going to say something, and it's going to come out the wrong way, and then they're going to get upset and stuff like this. Maybe, but maybe it takes practice. I don't know. That's the character, just being afraid of the feeling. And so as soon as I remembered I'm source, came back to presence, came back to awareness, came back to consciousness, and realized that it's the character, I was able to drop the character. Does my body still experience fear here and there, now and then? Of course, it still does that. It still tries to run the show, but I'm aware, I'm present. Sometimes I'll say something, sometimes I won't say something, right? Sometimes, there's a lot of frustration in the body, so I'll say something, right? It just depends on the situation. I'll read the room and stuff like this and navigate it in that way. But you get my point, right? And so, I don't know if you can see me properly. I don't know if the lighting's good. It seems like it's like fading a little bit. It's getting a bit crackly. But yeah. But hopefully it's like, you can see like, whoa, mosquitoes. Wow. And what is crazy, because now in my relationship, she can see me fully, and she loves it. It's not like I'm some rude, I just turn like into a different person. It's more that part of me has been released, and it's like being able to show itself. So I feel more relaxed, and I feel more expressive, and I'm talking more because I'm not suppressing this part of me. So it leads to other benefits, and there's more love, there's more connection, there's more intimacy. We've become closer together since I dropped the character. You see how that works? And I started sharing my needs, sharing my wants, sharing, and again, this is the character's needs, wants, right? Sharing those things, and it just became more beautiful. So drop the old character in your relationship, drop the character, drop your past relationships and all of that stuff, and all your fears and anxious parts and all this stuff. Drop it like baggage, right? And ship it away, right? All right, so this is one of the modules in one of my courses, or my group called my throat. Yeah, my group, and the link's in the description. And we are all about owning your reality. And you own your reality by dropping the character. I'm practicing dropping the character over and over and over again. So if you're in a relationship and you want to grow your relationship, even grow your income, and get over feelings of not enough, this community is for you. Okay, I'll leave it there. It's getting a little bit dark, so I'll catch you soon. Peace, much love.